Is Jingliu worth the pull? Hey guys, it's Hikaro, and it's been a while since I made my last video. Now I'm going to talk to you about just a little analysis video of talking about Jingliu and if she's the right character for you. Note, this is based off just E0. No other Eladons. I don't think people should really wish for them, but this is just like a free-to-play perspective, okay? So let's begin. Now, I have a few questions I want to ask you guys, and we should evaluate together. So, question 1. Do you have the currency to wish for the new character on the upcoming banner? Now, are you someone who has recently wished on a character? Or do you have enough wishes to get the guaranteed character? Now, you don't want to be that person who is like spending, or maybe you have like 20, you're trying to go for her. I mean, you might be lucky, but is it really worth it? We're going to start with the first question. Do you have the currency to wish for the new character on the coming banner? So, this is the coming character, Jingliu. She is mighty fine. She is waifu for lifeu. And I know a lot of you guys who really love her will just go ahead and spin the wishes regardless. But some people may want to think a little logically about this and see if it's worth it. So, after question 1, we go into question 2. Does your account have any holes or weaknesses currently that you are looking to fill with this character's role? This character is a 5-star ice, or you can say cryo, you play Genshin, destruction character. Destruction characters are very durable. Now, they also do a lot of damage. You want to take that into perspective. So when we think about destruction characters, they can provide AoE damage. So you have characters like Arlon, which I don't really wish you build up, but if you really like that character and like the risky gameplay, you can go for him, right? Hook is an AoE character. I believe she uses a skill, and the next time she attacks is an enhanced attack, which does AoE damage. Cool. Now, your account might be looking for a solid DPS. Now, you have other DPSs who are destruction characters who does pretty much the same thing that Jingliu does. You have Blade, you have Danha Inhibitor Lune. Sorry, Inhibitor Lune. Inhibitor, not too much techie. So, if you're looking for a solid character, destruction characters are really good. Most of them. Some people don't like playing as, physical main character, MC, Arlon, or Hook. Whereas you can fall back on 3 characters: Blade, Danhan, and Lune, and Jingliu. So if you miss your chance to get any of those characters, you may want to consider this too, that those characters are going to get a rerun soon enough. And you can probably just save for that character. Go back to question number 1. If you have enough currency, so you can just save. So if she is fulfilling a role that you need on your account and you have all your supports built up to do stuff, and then you just need this final piece, and the characters you have right now don't really work out too much, this character might be for you. So let's move on to the next question after saying yes. So after evaluating the skills of these characters, do you have characters that can help boost, sustain the character alone to fulfill the role? So for Jingliu to use her abilities or get her AoE attack, she needs to at least attack twice. One time if you use her technique before you get in the battle. A great character to push her to have 2 turns is a character like Bronya and Jingliu. Jingliu, she does raise the speed of a character, so they could go again. And depending on what you have with her, she can boost the speed even more. And if you use a burst, I think if you use the burst, it might give her abilities. I'm not sure 100%, but you will want someone to help push her to have another turn quicker, so she can activate her AoE ability. You can do a lot of damage. So with someone like her abilities follow. It takes away HP, other party members, to do attack. So you must keep this in mind. So there might be some MOC fights or similar universes that you may want to have your character shielded for sure. And you probably want her to attack more often and boost out her damage, so you can kill them without really worrying about sustaining as much, because the quicker you kill them, the less you get worried about, hey, I got a spread defense, this and that. So if you got someone who can't do damage, you're gonna be stuck in a loophole of sustaining, healing, stuff like that. Buff. On this banner also, you have Jingliu. She's a good character, boosts out that damage. Okay, consider that. For number 4, I will say, do you have any other characters who can do the same exact thing as Jingliu? Just as I mentioned earlier, you got Blade and Danha and Lune, Dilf. People would say. So those 2 5 stars are really solid. If you have Blade, you don't really need Vilune, you know he's the most broken you in the game. If you missed out on getting Blade or Dan Han, hey, Jingliu can be the person for you. If you really like Arlon, you have an E6, maybe you can get by. You like that risky gameplay, sure. I think he does a little bit of adjacent damage, which is AoE damage. So you should decide whether or not, because these characters are just kind of replacing one another at this point. DPS characters always get replaced. There's always someone new who comes up along the way. So always keep that in mind. Supports are a little harder to replace because they do specific things that other supports do not do. Number 5, or rather, yeah, let's say number 5. With her particular role, is it hard to replace what they contribute? So I was explaining, they pretty much do the same exact thing. It's just that, hey, you need to stack up to do something. So Blade, he has is like his stacks, like he got to attack somebody a few times. I don't have the character. Dan Han, he has to use his skill points, you know, to go ahead and boost up his thing. Then he has like his burst itself. It does grant you that AoE ability attack. I think it's like two normal attack, like the skill points thing. He does like AoE attack. First skill just does no AoE attack. His final does like 3 stacks, just boom, 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 and blows up. This is what you have to decide upon Jingliu. When you use her skill ability, it only does one attack.
She's Jingliu's.
When Jingliu is in prolonged combat, her Mara-struck persona takes over and she
And I will say, man, she is a very, very beautiful character. Wonderful voice actor. She's also a VTuber on Twitch. You should definitely check her out. That's just her normal skill. After you build up her stacks too, and then she goes into her like the little full moon thing. I ain't gonna say the entire name of the ability, but you see Bronya's there to help her out to get her to attack more often. Now you also gotta consider her speed itself. Forgive me on that one, because you know I had this browser open for a long time, the Chrome browser, versus I use Opera on the other one. It's been sitting here for days itself. So you would definitely have to plan this out when you're gonna have to like use your big AoE attack time. Depending on certain fights you get yourself into. So as you can see, this is pretty cool. Looks nice. And I don't know what bonuses she get from this other than more damage. I don't know anything else, but as we get closer to her release, I'm pretty sure they'll drop more information we can talk about. Okay, wink. We can talk about. You know, some people had dreams out there of, you know, they had dreams out there. Something else getting boosted while she attacks. So I don't know for sure, but I may have missed something. But yeah, this is her. So with all that said, you have to think, Jingliu worth it for you? Should you pull for her? Have to answer those questions. If no on some of them, you got to rethink about things, think about your account as you're saving and building up other characters who can help her out, including weapons too. So that is some analysis on her. I ain't talking about no teams and nothing like that, but obviously you need characters that are supporting who are going to help her out, sustain her, like I said. So I may do a follow-up video when she's getting close to the release. Talk about some teams I probably will pair her up with, because I am planning to wish for this character along with Topaz and Lumby, as well as Winifin. Yes, streamer girl. Subscribe for more weapon card if you got it, the hunt. So yeah, Hikaro out. Peace. Also, you can drop a comment on there how you feel about Jingliu, if you're gonna wish for her, with thoughts on her, teams you may put her with. So yeah, open conversation. I will see you next video. Peace.